So 3,500. Okay. Your boy's got a plan. So this is a ball joint service kit. What I reckon I'm going to do with it is I'm going to use this to build the Redneck 2 torque dyno contraption. So here's my plan. Let me run it by you. So we're going to take this unit with this big mamma jamma of a threaded screw, and we're going to dial it back to here. And then we're going to take the Pittsburgh Automotive 10-ton hydraulic short body ram. What this is for porta powers. You pump the porta power and it squirts the end of this out and it pushes things back in place. Got a lot of fond memories using these. But the plan is to use it in reverse, right? So if we take it and we extend the ram and then we put the drill at the end of the threaded screw like this, alright, and then screw it down in there, and then use this to go to this, the pissy gauge, and we can calibrate the pissies into pound-feet of torques with a calibrated torque wrench. So we're going to use this in reverse, and you know, full disclosure of disclosure. I got the idea from the Torque Test channel, which is a fantastic little channel, but I just ain't. I don't want to put that much time and effort into it. I want to put the minimum amount of time and effort actually into this thing, and I think this is going to clock in right around 200 American Kopecks. So about as cheap as you can make a torque dyno. But when I come back, hopefully when we come back, I'll show you. I'm going to build a metal frame, a metal rig to hold this thing, and then all of this. Okay, here's what I'm thinking. So I need to build a frame to hold my rig, because just this thing by itself is unwieldy. I can't get any leverage with the tool on it. So I'm going to take my welder and I'm going to weld together a frame, and I've just sort of got things in my head. I mean, obviously I don't even know what it's going to turn out to be, so I can't explain to you what it's going to turn out to me, but I think this is where we're going to start. So we're going to start by building this portion, and then we're going to go from there. Alright, one down. Now I'm going to cut the front brace. So we're going to just cut it, I don't think it really matters. We'll just about yacha. Okay, and then that'll give us some lateral support on the front, on the business end. So we're gonna switch over here to my cutting instrument. I don't remember where my mark at. I don't think it really matters. We're just gonna cut it any old wherever we think we need to cut it. Pretty good. Okay. Okay. And then back here we got. Okay. All right. Yes. That'll work. That'll work. Now we need to put some little safe side. Okay, look at that. Yes. Nice and square. We got them square. Okay, and then that should have auto squared it, right? Okay. I'm good, thank you. Yeah, I'm good. Getting my welding legs back under me. I used to weld for the railroad many moons ago. Ouch. It's hot. I'm gonna fill this gap right here. See it? See what kind of bead we can't lay down. I remember I had one of our regional maintenance supervisors said if there's a gap you can step over, you should be able to fill it. All right, there we go. Now I think, I shouldn't have to weld this in or secure it. It should be secure just in a little frame-a-doodle that I built there. It's no work of art. The welds are not masterpieces, but they're gonna do for what we're trying to do. They'll do. So when I wrench down on this, in theory, it should increase the pissy of this. Look at that. Look at that. Success. That's what I call success. Okay, so let me think about how to reinforce this portion so it doesn't slip and slide when I'm trying to screw it in. Okay, so this is what I came up with for this. We're just gonna put these little verticals, these little parallel verticals in to hold it like that, like that. Yes, yes, I like it. Well, those little sparks are eating me up, eating my leg up. Jesus. Ouch. You're in my damn way, camera. Okay. All right, so I think that's about it. Okay. So let's get the PSI by itself don't mean a lick of nothing. Doesn't help us at all figuring out the torque pounds. But what we can do is we can calibrate this unit with a torque wrench, and that will give us the torque pounds, pound torques, feet of torques. But what we can use to calibrate the torque is a big ass torque wrench and then a torque drive adapter. So we can use this and this. Got a lock collar. So we can use this and this. On the top of that. Boop. Then we can use it to figure out what PSI equals what torque rating. Right? Yeah? I think so. In theory we can. Here's what I plan on doing. So I just welded this little square tube, and I'm going to use it to zip tie the gauge in case I have to take the gauge off, which I'm probably going to have to take the gauge off to replace it with another gauge. But let me zip tie it on and we'll see what's up. Okay, there she blows. Okay, huge moment for Team Hometown. We've got our little rig together. We're going to see how much stank the Ryobi can put down pissy-wise. And I think that, so the testing standard for these is 5 seconds. And I'm just going to count in my noggin to 5 seconds. So we're going to see how much doobly-doos this thing's got in it. So, 1, 2, 3. So 2800 stinkadoodles. Okay, and then that doesn't give us anything, but what we can do is we can put this young man on it, stink it down to 2800, and we can see what 2800 equates to in foot-pounds. Rethink this. This is not the best. Oh. I can't hold it in place. Okay, so I think that's good for day one. We've got the frame built, and I just need to anchor it to the concrete or to some other base so I can get some leverage behind the turn. I can't turn it. I need to. But once we can match, I'll show you kind of what I'm. Let me think. See, once we turn it, we can get measurements. That's 75. That's almost 28. That's 28. That's 77 foot-pounds and about 2800. So let's see. Can't get no leverage on it. I'll anchor it to the ground and then we'll be in business. My first inclination was to go get these. I did go get these from Home Depot. And I was just going to put some big old holes in the concrete and anchor it just like that. But cooler heads prevailed and I realized I have a porch. I can screw this thing down in the wood, and if I don't break the floor joist yanking on it, then that would be a much less invasive way to anchor the thing. So we're going to go back there, or actually first and foremost we need to drill holes in it so we can run our big old these. It definitely is not light. Right. So outside on the porch is better. We're going to put it on these joists. So hopefully it don't run away. Knew these big screws would come in handy. Here's my setup. And I'm going to show you real quick because it's you have to have almost brain damage to understand. So this is the camera that I got pointing at the screen because I'm going to be going in circles with that. This won't record it. This won't record it. This won't record that. This is going to be pointing at the gauge. I know that there's like a protocol or a system that they've got set up. I think it's 5 seconds. Of course, I don't really want to do that. I'm going to go with the atypical approach, and I'm just going to go as hard as it'll go until this thing maxes out, and hopefully I don't blow the ass out of it. So that's what we're going to do. So let me fire this up, and then I've got a fully juiced up. This is the brushless 1 Plus. All right. So 3,500. Okay. Is that it? 134. That was 134.